Hello you guys, welcome to this episode of the In-Scale Architect. I thought I would give you an update on one of my projects on my scene, and it is a fast food restaurant. Let's take a look. Right here is a Chick-Fil-A, and this Chick-Fil-A is custom made. It's made out of wood, balsa wood, and I actually bought this. I bought this on eBay, and there is a gentleman who makes these. He makes Burger Kings and he makes Chick-Fil-A's. Now I've got a Dairy Queen here. Let me show you this. Let me zoom in here. I'll try to zoom in on that. This Dairy Queen comes in a kit, so it's already made, but kits are very limited on what fast food restaurants you can find. You can't find a modern McDonald's. You can't find a modern Burger King. And so you kind of have to go a route like this. And this here is custom made. So I had this area of my layout that was vacant, and I knew I wanted a restaurant here. Now I honestly wanted to find a modern McDonald's. You're going to find that in a typical street scene like this. I wanted to find a modern McDonald's. But my family loves Chick-fil-A. And the gentleman who was making this, he takes custom orders. So I put an order in and I got my Chick-fil-A. Now, what I do to make the curbing, the sidewalks, even the pavement here, and I'll show you what I do. You can see here, this here is raised and the concrete is scored, and what I do is I go to Hobby Lobby and I get a package of these sticks. You see how many of them I used on this project. But what I do is I put my sticks down like that, and then I use foam push pins, and I'll stick them right down into the ground there, and I'll use this part of it to hold that down. And sometimes I'll use these straight pins as well, so I can use straight pins here. Sometimes you can go straight down through this with a straight pin. What I do is I'll go ahead and mark it out. And how I got the dimension for this is actually I just stuck this down. And I figured, well, a typical curb is about, 6 feet or so. And so that's how I measured that. So you can see it's about 6 feet or so. And this is a 1/160 scale. So what I do is once I have my sticks in place like this and like this, okay, I go ahead and I take drywall spackle, and I use drywall. I take a spackle knife just like this. I use easy to finish drywall compound, and I put the drywall in, and I use the stick. I'll tell you why I use the stick. Can you see how thick this is? That is 2 scale, and it's a perfect thickness for sidewalks. So I fill this all in with drywall mud compound. Then I take this, and you can buy this also at Hobby Lobby. It's in the sewing department. It's a sewing kit. And I take this and I'll measure off 1/8 of an inch all the way across this way, and 1/8 of an inch this way. And I'll use a stick, another stick, and I'll use it as my guide, and I just roll this. This rolls. See, this here moves. So I roll it, and I score the sidewalk the way I want it. Give it texture. And then when it dries, I take those up and then I paint this. So I have not put down the striping, the parking striping yet, like I have on this side. And what I still have yet to do is to build one of these fast food ordering kiosks. And when I'm done, that will sit there. I also have these trash bins, and I'll probably do my trash bin like I've done over here on this one. And I'll probably put it over here by that one right there. And then I have an overflow parking area, because we all know that Chick-fil-A's are very, very popular. And when you figure there's going to be a crowd of cars going around here, parking is going to be a problem. So I try to make it as realistic as possible. So I'm utilizing this part of my layout, which is kind of a useless area, as an overflow to my parking. So when it's all done, I will have my main street of dealerships and fast food restaurants. It's that easy. It's very simple. Doesn't take any time at all. And it gives it a level of realism when you can actually add sidewalks. And because the sidewalks are made out of plaster, it's easy to actually sand them smooth. And I use a drywall sander. So what I do is I actually sand all of this. I'll sand all of this, including the sidewalk. I sand it smooth. And I even will sand it smooth like here where the crosswalks are. So someone in a wheelchair can actually access that. So I try to do it as realistically as possible. So there is the Chick-fil-A. All right, so that's an update. I've been working on that, and eventually I will be getting over to my expansion area. That's going to be a big project, and I know a lot of you guys have already been asking, how I do my landscaping, and I'll show you how I do all of that. All right, you guys, thanks for joining me. Have a great day. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.